Greetings, my fellow fortress dwellers. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Dwarf Fortress Taming the Wilds, Episode 10, Tombs and Temples. Okay, are you equipped? Yes, well, except for the backpacks. Let me check back. Some of the backpacks, I think, are... Okay, I see why. We can't equip the backpacks because they're in bins, and those bins are in the trade depot at the moment. So it's going to be a minute until the humans leave, and we get those backpacks back. And that's why we're not queuing up more backpacks to be made, because I have them. They're just in the trade queue. They are in these finished good boxes. But now that the human caravan has left, these finished good boxes will be hauled over to the general stockpiles, and then my squaddies will be able to put them on. In fact, one of them already did. Malfold just did. Let me show the UI again. Raffle timer has 1 minute left on it. 1 minute, 20 seconds. But here is Mistum actually sleeping in the barracks. So the barracks is being used. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to smooth these out for now. Eventually, I think... Oops, that's planned. Eventually, it would be a good idea to build it, like, with actual materials. Why did I just do that twice? Oh, come on. Seriously? Smooth. There we go. And then as soon as we start, as soon as I raffle them, I'll start getting them trained up. So are you equipped? They are. So they are all fully equipped. All three are fully equipped. Let me show you what the combat would look like for them. So if I wanted them to fight something, let's find something to fight. There is a bull moose outside that I'm going to kill. So up here is the select all the squad members. If you don't want to select all of them, you can select individuals for orders, but I'm going to select all of them to go kill moose here. So there's attack, there's station, there's patrol, there is assigned burrow defenders, and then there is train. But I'm going to tell them to go kill moose. And now if we take a look at them, as you can see, this one, the Malfold, the commander, is going to kill the bull moose. Dun 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 dun. And the raffle for Malfold goes to Daedora. Congratulations, Daedora. Where's the character reminder? So if you want to give me a separate name, just let me know. But Daedora. And then number 2 goes to Boiler Snake. So you are Mistum. And I'm going to give them custom names. Axe Dwarf. Boiler Snake the Axe Dwarf. And you'll be the militia commander. That's fine. And then you are Zach Dyer. The Axe Dwarf. That way, at a glance, I can see, oh, yeah. Combat. And it's kind of obvious because they're in armor and shields and gear and all that. But just to give them a specific title. Also, Boiler Snake, you are ex-Mistum. You are real pissed. So I might want to address your mood at some point. But let's go watch that fight. Who is where? Oh, I think the... Yeah, okay, that's awkward. The bull moose, like, left the map tile. So, can't kill something that ain't there. I'll kill something else. Much less harmful creature. And splat, it's dead. So if we wanted to see the fight here it is. Militia commander pulls out. Oh, no. Here it is. It rolls into a ball. Militia commander hacks the upper body and hacks muscles and blah, 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 blah. It died. Then the militia commander here has no wounds, no health problems, not even winded. And the poor little animal got splattered in a pile of its own blood. So it worked. We also have a stonecutter in a Fey mood. Cool. So question to you all. What should I work on next? Here's that poll. I do actually have a military now. And one which should be able to take care of any troglodytes that bother me, or some smaller enemies, you know, the occasional goblin or kobold or something like that. You know, we have some geared dudes. What I'm going to do for here is I'm actually going to hide the UI for a second so that the poll is still up. It's still running, but it's just hidden so I can show you. Ideally, when I have more people, what we would do is we would have a monthly schedule where the monthly schedule, these are all the months in the year. Month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5. And we would schedule in such a way where a certain subset of the squads were on duty in different months. So like the Iron Dwarves would be on duty the first 4 months of the year. And then, you know, from granite to hematite. And then another squad would be on duty from hematite to limestone. And another squad from limestone to opal or something like that, right? So that you basically just always have dwarves on duty, and the month that they go off duty overlaps with another squad. Right now, instead of that, I'm just going to tell them, I'm going to micromanage them instead, because I don't have the dwarves to field 3 squads. So I'm going to tell them to constantly train for now. So what they'll do is they'll convene in their barracks and they will train. The other thing I will do is start digging out the other, show that again, start digging out the other barracks, because in a minute here, I'm going to open up the population cap and allow for other dwarves to actually join. All right, so those are the other barracks. Oh, some fighting. A war dog is fighting with a red panda. Oh, perfect. This is a good case of our people intervening. War dogs can probably take on a red panda. Red pandas aren't particularly dangerous, but you know, I don't want my dogs taking damage. Even if I have a bajillion war dogs. And the Femood is something made out of rough amethyst, jet, and shale. Okay, cool. And Bomb Wreck, the stonecutter, is making it. And it's already started, I don't have to worry about that. Coach Garen, thank you for the sub, the resub. And Zach Dyer for the gifted sub, too. Oh, a bull moose is back. And attacking one of my dogs. Where it be? Where is it? I thought I just clicked on it. That was weird. A bull moose. Oh, you're like way up the hill now. And the war dogs are chasing you like crazy. Yeah, there it is. Try to kill the bull moose. Because I keep meaning to make soap, and I haven't gotten around to it. I think the dog's going to chase it off the map tile. Maybe. You better run, Moose! I have no idea where my squatties are. But Moose is quick. Oh, there they are. And we made a jet figurine. Okay, I'll put that in the temple to spruce up the temple. The Temple of Halls. So we've got Boiler Snake chasing the moose here. Trying his very best. Steel armor, of course, a little cumbersome. Oh, now we have two. We have Daedora here as well. Oh, there's the third. We have Zakdire. And it looks like you guys want me to work on mood. So I will come up with some mood projects for me to work on. In just a second. This moose is seriously injured, but it's still so much faster than me. It's rather amusing to watch them try to chase it. We're gonna get you. You can run, but you can't hide. Cardio, man. I'm just doing a lot of cardio. I wonder if they'll... did we get a lick in? No, I thought we got close. You're gonna wear out eventually. You're seriously injured. I'm having a real hard time tracking this fight. It's like trying to watch esports with a terrible cinematographer. It just is always looking at the wrong thing at the wrong time. Corner them! I don't think we're ever catching this. It's just too fast. This is when, yeah, obviously crossbows would be necessary. Oh, I have fighting noises, though. One of the war dogs is messing with a red panda again. I'm going to tell them to stand down and go back to training. The moose won. All right, so you guys want community tasks. What community priority? Improve bedrooms. Improve tavern. Build individual temples or other viewer suggestions. So in terms of bedrooms, we could improve them by giving them coffers and cabinets to store their stuff in. As you can see, there's clothing strewn about. Or we could engrave them, or both, perhaps. Improving taverns. The tavern up here, we could open up to visitors. Now that I have a militia force, I could have people come visit our tavern and also improve the tavern by adding more tables and thrones and, those kind of things. I could also build individual temples. What are the low mood complaints? Fayep asks. So Shem wants to be around friends, so that actually could be helped by improving the tavern. And then the other one, Boiler Snake, is terrified while in conflict. Seriously? I might need to rethink your job here. Or no, I'm just gonna make you do it. You're just gonna have to suck it up. That's gonna be relatively amusing. So up here, let's put down the other display that I made. And then put the jet figurine on it. The artifact one that we made. Oh, something else that I am going to do is dig out the memorial and the tomb. Before that, I have another question to ask you all, so I'm going to wait for that second question. But knowing that I'm going to be doing that, let's do slabs, rock slabs, make 3 and re-queue it if we have less than 4, and make them out of shale, and then rock coffins. Do 3 and re-queue it if we have less than 4. And make it shale. Okay. Looks like individual temples it is. Got it. So the follow-up question I wanted is, should people get buried in individual tombs? We could have communal tombs or we could have individual tombs, and I'll leave that up to you before I start designing how we do tombs, because I'd rather have you decide. Let's go ahead and open this up to all visitors welcome. But I am not going to do all visitors welcome in our temple, because our temple has artifacts that I care about, and I don't want that violated. So let's go down to figurines and put the Niskak-Thaltig up there as well. And that should improve the Temple of Hall's value from 4K to maybe like 5 or 6K. And the other thing I could do to help improve the temples. So the other thing I can do to improve the temple is try to make an instrument. So I'm going to put a coffer up here. And I'll put the coffer, let's put it there. And once the coffer's down, the coffer can store instruments, and we can have performers play instruments in the temple. Might be good too. So improving the temples is the goal. And part of the temple I'm going to consider is the mausoleum. It's not technically, but I'm going to count it. It's really confusing that we have a coffer on a pedestal and then a coffer. But in the temple settings, you can store instruments in here and then hire performers. So we have a grandmaster musician, which would be Zach Dyer, and then competent dancer and singer, great musician. You know, there's people that can play music. So, and make some instruments. Let's see about making an instrument. Let's figure that out. So if we wanted to make an instrument, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different types of instruments. One of them does not require subparts, the urnut. This urnut seems to be an instrument solely made out of wood, so it's probably a woodwind, I'd imagine. But we can go through the process of making a more complex instrument after you're done voting for this, which seems to be a split poll, so. I'm going to wait until it's resolved. Too close to call. There will be hybrid tombs no matter what. When you end up getting royalty, they require personal tombs, as you can see. So if we end up with a baron or count or countess or whatever, they're going to have their own private tombs, no matter what. How heavy is brimstone? Light. Okay. So now that I'm staring at the tallow and remembering to do the tallow, let's go over to the soap maker. So soap is made from tallow or oil and lye. So because I have tallow from the butchery, making sure that we don't cook with the tallow, I am going to make lye-based soap, I think. So we're doing soap and instruments, I guess, at the same time. All right, so let's go ahead and just add to the work order for lye. Make 3. Make if it's less than 4. And if ash is greater than 10, and buckets is greater than, empty buckets greater than 3, and ash is greater than 5. So in the ashery, you can make lye, and that makes our ashery very busy. All right, so yes, people want individual tombs. Got it. So there's 2 different types of tombs. If you have a physical body, you can put the physical body into a coffin. And if you don't have a physical body, you can engrave an epitaph onto a slab. And if you don't do those things, you can end up haunted by dwarf ghosts or ghosts of dead people. If you do have a body, you can still do a slab too. You can do both. So, no matter what, you can do slabs, but if you have bodies, you can do coffins. I guess it's a good way to think about it. So you guys want individual ones. So I think what I'm going to do is make kind of luxurious tombs for our dwarves. Do 2x3s and just hope that I don't have a mass casualty event, which would completely overwhelm my capacity to entomb. And then if the royals, the ones that require their own special mausoleums, will end up in a different area. And then individual temples, let's make a few of them. So I'm going to do maybe 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Some 9 by 9 sub-temples. I'll do 2 of them for now, and then I will readdress or reassess if you guys want more than that. If I'm going to do 1 here and 1 here instead. Because I think the ones down here, I want to set it up like so that I can run them in sequence like that or something. And then in order to make them look nicer, let's give them a little bit of a design. Oops, if, I knew how to be symmetrical. Just because we can. So this is going to be the carve-out of the sub-temple. With maybe a pillar in the middle. Actually, I want to mine out like that. So all the sub-temples are going to have sort of the same design work, I guess. All things being equal. And I need to fix this because it's not. Right. That, I think, should be the same. They kind of look like hops. Because, we're dwarves and We like hops. Oops, that's incorrect. I'll blame the lack of beer. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the doors are the same. 5, then 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yep, they're the same now. Oh. Either that or I'm blind. You go, buddy. So the Temple of Halls, I call that so that this temple just sort of grows as it accommodates the subsections of the facility. So the Temple of Halls, this generalist temple, not dedicated to a particular deity, is already a temple complex. Dang, how much? What are you worth? 10K. Okay. Yeah, I understand now. Yep. Strange moods can be really, really good. What are my miners doing? Why aren't they up there? Because they're all sleeping. Okay. Are there other people that would be good at mining? You can mine now. And you can mine now. And you, y'all. Well, no, not the boiler snake, because he's a dedicated combatant. So what ends up happening over here is these guys will periodically train. I might need to give them a break because I see that they're stressed. But they will, they're scheduled to train all the time. And they're going to increase their skills. And I'll show you once the game is done saving. Their axe, dwarf skills, their fighter skills, their dodging, all their combat skills. Dodging, fighting, discipline, armor using. There's other ways to train skills. So my dudes are tired right now, so I'm going to schedule them as off-duty. Because they need a break. And you can see some of their armor is being stored here. One of them dropped a caper roast on the ground. I think one of them had cinnabar in their pockets. I don't even know. They're training with steel weapons? Oh, you better believe it. Not really, but yeah. And we'll start with, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just mine out these 4. We're going to start with 4 tombs. I'm not going to go beyond that for now. Oops, this should be in planning mode. Ah, man, I'm bad at planning. So smoothing out where these sub-temples are going to go. And then what I'll probably end up doing is, well, I have a question. What dedicated temples should I make? Ones to help the people in the lowest mood, or ones with the most believers? What do you guys think? have you pick what kind of temple I do. Actually, you know what? I don't want this smooth. I changed my mind. I'm gonna do built floors. Oh no, right? Crazy. But I think it's gonna look great. I just wish I could just pick the same material over and over and over again. Would make my life a little easier. Oops, misclick. So it's what, B and F? I'm trying to think of the hotkey to make floors. It's one thing that I'm not very good at yet is memorizing all the hotkeys. So the main temple is just going to have smooth floors for now, but these individualist temples are going to have built, constructed ones. An alert! Oh, the dwarves are back. Without a wagon. A liaison. And we had another child grow up to be a peasant. So that would be Ficod. 18 years old. Not very skilled. So back to soap. I know I keep juggling. Make soap from tallow. So now that I have lye, I can make soap from tallow. And I'm going to have that repeat because I only have a finite amount of tallow. I have like 15 tallow. But that will give me soap to put into the hospital for when we need to clean wounds and the like. Diplomacy. So you're from the mountain homes, and they have good news. They think I deserve a reward, and they think I deserve the official land of the realm. Yeah. Sure. So I am becoming a barony, and I am going to make our expedition leader the Baron. That's big news. That also makes my life a little bit more challenging, but I like it. So that's fine. What? Cow leather. No, what do they want to buy off me? I forget. Whatever. Move goods. So, amulets. Bracelets. Crowns. Earrings. Whoops. Figurines. Rings. These are all the stone junk crafts that I had. Let's also do porcelain. I think all of my porcelain stuff is in bins. So I'm going to go through the bins. Yep. That bin. Finished goods. Nah, that bin only has shell mugs. That bin. Gems. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of looking at their value to try to figure out if it's a bin that I want to move. Okay. Gem cutter. Don't repeat. Good, you're not. And you guys want temples for the most believers. Got it. So working on that. Temples are coming, and then the tombs are coming. Let's set up these tombs. Set multi. Done. 4 tombs. And I'm not going to name them, because they'll just be unnamed. So now that we have a... what ends up happening is I only become a baron when the liaison leaves. So if I seized their wagon and killed them, I wouldn't become a baron, or baroness in my case, because it's a happy little tree that is becoming a baroness. But yeah, in this case, I am going to allow them to leave. Because, yeah, I want that. They wanted backpacks, that's right. And I said that doesn't make any sense because they're way too expensive to source. And I stand by that. Backpacks are very pricey. So now we're starting to get soap. That's good. I did say I wanted to make an instrument, so I'm going to have you guys decide what instrument I make. Keep in mind, I have no idea what these instruments are, like, at all. So let's decide that here. I'm going to type them up. What instrument to make? What is there, 9 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is the easiest, but you can pick any number between 1 and 9. And I'll figure out how to make it. So here's the poll. The 9 is down there. You can't see it, but it's technically represented. It's just there's not enough room on this poll. So I'll give you 1 minute to vote on the instrument. And just to name them, just so that you know what they're called, it's an Ertong, a Lawless, a Nalthish, a Ross, a Rush Roll, a Umar, a Vukkis, or an Unut. If that helps to inform your decision. Does having a baroness come with additional requirements? Yes. They will require a special bedroom, they will require a dining room, they will require a office, and they will require a mausoleum or tomb. You can see that in here. Office, bedroom, dining room, tomb, and then also they will require storage, like chests, cabinets, armor stands, weapon stands, and then sometimes they will make other mandates and demands, and you'll understand this as time goes on. A mandate would be like, make 2 statues, or that would be a demand. A mandate would be like, you may not export ballista arrows, and a demand might be like, there needs to be a bronze statue in the dining room. So it looks like 5 and 6 is 1, so I'm going to make 1 of 5 and 1 of 6. So 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A Ross and a Rush Roll. I'm sure I spelled it wrong, but whatever. So a Ross is a stringed instrument. So one way to do this, to figure out what is included... Oh, a Ross body. So make 2 Ross bodies. Yeah, let's make 2 Ross bodies. And we'll make them out, of cat bone. So 2 Ross cat bone bodies. And then... Rush Roll bellows. We'll make 2 of those. Out of cow leather. And I'm gonna put a important or high priority on them. Let's see. So Ross body What are the other Rosses? Forge Ross strings. Okay, so Ross strings are going to be metal strings. So make instrument piece, Ross frame, and Ross frame, and Ross string, and Ross string, and then Ross roll case, and chest, Ross roll chest. So here's the Ross frame, and I'm going to make that out of copper. Important. The strings out of copper as well, and the chests out of copper. Copper is not a good war material, that's why I'm using it here. That's probably all the Ross items, those 3 parts. And then rush roll, let's see rush rolls here. Rush roll, bellows, keyboard. So the keyboard's going to be, and pipes. So I'm already, of the rush roll, I'm already making the chest. Oops, whoa, way misclick. Oops, that's not what I meant to click. So we're making the chest. I need bellows, I'm making the bellows, I need keyboards and pipes. Down here, we're doing the bodies. Here's the keyboard. And they're made out of stone. So I'm going to do cinnabar, because it will be red and look cool. So that's 2 rush roll keyboards. And then instrument piece. I don't know where the other ones are. Nope, that's a cob. Alright, let me queue it up here and figure it out. Rush roll pipe. Make 2. I don't know where it's getting queued up, but it's getting queued up somewhere. Probably the... Actually, I don't even know. What's an organ? Okay. Yeah, because it has a keyboard, right? You assemble it in a craft source workshop once you're done. Yeah, maybe it's a glass forge. Instrument piece, rush roll pipes. Yep, you are correct. So let's go and collect 2 sand so that we can forge the pipes. And then checking the kiln. No, it's not in a kiln. I'm out of Java. Sadly. Rush roll keyboards, Ross bodies. Okay. I'll put a rush on the collect sand. The floor's looking good. There's more work to be done here, but I don't know, looks good. Okay, looks like we have the sand. So instrument piece, rush roll pipes, and rush roll pipes. And then what am I missing? I got the bellows, I got the keyboards, I got the pipes, and I got the chests. Right? Keyboard, yeah, I made everything else. Cool. So then once all of these subparts are done, I still need the Ross bodies. And then I still need the Ross frames. We can assemble those instruments into 2 Rosses and 2 rush rolls. And that will be instruments for the tavern and the temple. I'll try to have the tavern and the temple stock 1 of each. JT, thank you for the bits. So over in the tavern, I'm going to say store 2 instruments And in the Temple of Halls, I will say store 2 instruments. And then once those subparts are done, there's the rush roll pipes. And the Ross frames. Yeah, I think all the subparts are done. So let's assemble them. Make instrument, rush roll. I guess there's still Ross stuff that's needed. So here's the 2 rush rolls. Actually, I'm going to pause one of the rush rolls. And I am going to not stock any instruments in the temple. So that the first 2 instruments get moved to the tavern. And then once the tavern's full of instruments, we can then put instruments in the temple so that it doesn't end up being 2 of each in both locations. That makes sense. So we'll do 1 rush roll and then 1 Ross. And then the other rush roll, the other Ross. There we go. 2 instruments, or 4 instruments being made, 2 for each location. So that's how to do instruments. It really helps to go through your work orders to try to find all the parts. But they could be forged, they could be blown in a glass furnace, they could be made in a kiln, they could be made on a craft dwarf table, they could be cut. In fact, I could also make 2 cobs. Cobs are just a pure stone instrument. So I'm going to make 1 cob and another cob. So that must be some sort of percussion instrument if it's just out of stone. And I'll make 2 urnets too. And this is some woodwind instruments. So I'll make it out of peach wood. I think I'm getting hungry. So we'll have 4 types of instruments, 8 instruments total once we're done. I think. Again, I'm a new player, but I try to do as much homework as I can. So where are the cobs? They're not made yet. Have we assembled any? Yeah, here's a peachwood urnet. This peachwood urnet. Urnet is a mid-size handheld wind instrument consisting of 5 adjacent closed wooden pipes. So it's kind of like a flute or a, something like that. The musician blows into the fipple. It's like a recorder, I guess. And that's why it's just a singular piece of wood. It's just a small wooden recorder. Something like that. So here's a rush roll, or a Ross. So a Ross looks like some sort of lute or something. This is a copper Ross. Frame is made of copper. Body is well-crafted cat bone. And strings are made from copper. The Ross is a handheld metal stringed instrument. And yeah, so it's some sort of 12-stringed instrument. Sounds kind of like what are they called? The erhus or whatever, the Chinese Chinese harp type thing. I'm just guessing. And then let's check the rush rolls. So these rush rolls look like some sort of organ. Keyboard is made from cinnabar, so it's super heavy. Well, actually, it's not that heavy. And then chest is made of copper. Pipes are made from green glass. I made green glass. And then bellows is made from cow leather. So this thing is sort of pressurized air. So it's maybe like a... I can't picture what this is. It's like a stone and metal and leather. I don't know. Accordion or something like that. But yeah, there you have it. In my headcanon, it's a hurdy-gurdy. Well, no, hurdy-gurdies would be more like a violin. So a concertina? Like a really heavy concertina? I don't know. I'm not an instrument dude, so what would I know? The other thing is, like, because I made multiples of them, we're going to stock them in a weird way. So I'm going to lock one cob. And the cob just looks, yeah, it's a percussion instrument. It's a gong. I mean, you can see it. It's a gong. So I'm going to lock one of the gongs. And then the urnets, I'm going to lock one of the urnets. So that if we stockpile 4 instruments in the tavern, the 4 instruments that are allowed to be in here are going to be one of each. I hope. Yeah, that gong, which is made of cinnabar, is, yeah, strength required 100. Exactly. It's as close to, like, a cannon as possible. I also made some brimstone statues, which I'm going to put in the tavern. So this is kind of the brimstone tavern now. And it says that I have... oh, yeah, there it is. Peachwood Urnet, Copper Ross, and then the other instruments should be on the way here. So the Urnet is a woodwind. Yep. And the reason to have different types of instruments is because your musicians might be capable of one type. So having a variety stored means that they can play what they're good at more likely. So we have a percussion, we have a woodwind, we have a stringed, and we have whatever the organ counts as. I'm not sure. I'm not experienced to know. But hopefully it's 4 different varieties. I hope. Come on, bring it over. Is this chest full? I don't think it is. I'll put down another coffer just in case. Oh, no, they're bringing it over. I can see 3 out of 4. There might not be room for the last. I'm not sure. What's fighting? Red Panda, I don't care. Any plans to clean up my public zones? Yeah, I mean, once it's voted on. Right now I'm working on the temple, because that's what was voted on. So let's get back to that temple now that they're messing with the instruments. So I'm going to be doing shell block temple design here. So let me get that going. Thank you for tuning in to Dwarf Fortress Taming the Wilds, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 3rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, please let me know in the comments below, but also keep in mind that this is a no backseating series. If you'd like to discuss this game, please join Discord instead. Rhodamont.com or the description of this video have a link to Discord. If you would like to join my live streams, Rhodamont.com also has a link to Twitch, as well as my countdown timers to upcoming streams and my schedule. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow dwarves.